Hey folks, I've been messing around with analog systems in Minecraft recently, and I built something that is probably entirely useless, and you would never actually want to build this, but it has some interesting components to it, so I'm going to go and walk through it anyway. So this is a combination lock that takes a 4-bit input, converts it to analog, and then analyzes the analog signal to see if the correct combination was input. So, just random combinations don't do anything. The correct combination opens the door. It's a little slow, but it's kind of messy anyway. So there's two components going on here. There's A to D converter, or D to A converter rather. It takes up most of the space here. And, oh, that's not a setting. So there's the D to A converter, that's most of this, and then there's an equality checker down here. And I'll explain the equality checker. I built a second one over there. I'll explain that in a bit. So basically what happens is this string of comparators over here along this top bit and along the bottom floor there starts out with a full signal over here, and it subtracts each power of 2 that isn't represented in the 4-bit input from the full power. So right now, the 8th bit is off, so it subtracts an 8 from the total. And then over here, the 4's bit is off, so it subtracts a 4 from the total. But then down here, the 1's bit is on, so it doesn't subtract 1, and the 4's bit is, or sorry, I think I called this the 4's bit. This is the 2's bit. This is the 4's bit. 4's bit is on, so it doesn't subtract a 4. And then the output is right here. And that's the 4-bit value encoded into one line, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure how useful it would be in practice, but I don't know. People find uses for things. So basically, each of these arms is basically the same. When the switch isn't powered, there's nothing going through the side input of the comparator here, so it just pushes through the power of 2 that I've loaded into the inventory. So this is 8, there's a 0 on the 8 line, so it pushes an 8 through. And then down here, the switch is on, so it overpowers the inventory with the full power signal here, so it turns the comparator off. It just does that for each switch. So after it combines all of the signals into one, it goes through the equality checker. I have a separate equality checker over here. So this is the input. You set this inventory to the value 1 higher than the value you're checking for. So for both this and for both this setup here and the lock over there, the ideal combination is 5. So I've placed a 6 in this inventory. So this comparator subtracts the input from this inventory, and it should have a 1. So this, basically, we can turn this into a binary thing with, we want this to be powered and this one to not be powered, because only one of these should be powered if the result is a 1. So this is a small logic gate, it's a NOR gate, to make sure that the result is what I described. And if you just want a binary output to this, like I'm using over there, you can just use this as your output, this torch here. If you want an analog output, however, you can stick a piston here to complete the circuit and allow the signal to go through over to wherever else you might need it. So as I described, this is a 6 in here, this is a 5 right here. So this spot is powered, this spot is not powered, so this thing turns on. And then if we put in a number greater than what's supposed to be here, the subtraction doesn't work. It resolves to 0. Neither of these are powered. And if we put in a number that's too little, both of these will be powered because the result will be too great. So yeah, that's this ridiculous Rube Goldberg machine of a lock. Hopefully part of this will be interesting to somebody. And I guess that's that.